Hello everyone, welcome to this comprehensive HTML tutorial by Abhiyantriks. Today we are going to learn the foundation of web development, that is HTML. Whether you are a complete beginner or want to refresh your knowledge, this tutorial is for you. Let's dive in. Okay, so in today's session are in complete HTML. So we are going to learn these topics. So this is the agenda contents we are going to cover in the HTML part. So first is the introduction, history of HTML, structure of HTML, headings, text formatting tags, links, images, comments, list, tables, forms, audio, video, and HTML5 elements. So we'll learn step by step, one by one content. Okay, with practicals. Okay, so first we'll start introduction. So in introduction, so we'll learn about HTML. Okay, so today what is HTML we are going to learn. So then what is HTML? Do you have any idea? Okay, so we'll learn. So what is exactly the HTML? So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, think of HTML is a standard markup language that structures the content on the web. It tells the browser what's a heading, what's a paragraph, what's the image, describes how the content should be displayed on your web browser, even Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and any other browser. Okay, so HTML page is used to link the resources on the server. So you create an HTML page and save it on the server. When someone types your website addresses, so their browser sends a request to server, and your server sends a HTML page back to response. Okay, the browser reads the HTML and displays your beautiful websites. Okay, so it's like ordering food. You request, order, the restaurant process it, right? And you will get meal as a response. So in the same way, we are working with the HTML. Okay. So next, let us learn what is the history of HTML. Okay. In history, so HTML has an interesting history. Okay, so here are Tim Berners-Lee. He started in 1991 when Tim Berners-Lee is a brilliant scientist who invented the World Wide Web. So the first version of the HTML, imagine, so basically created the foundation of internet as we know it. Okay. Now let's fast forward through the major versions. Okay. So first HTML 2.0 was introduced in 1995. The Internet Engineering Task Force or IETF officially published HTML 2.0. This was the first standardized version. So next is the HTML 4.0. This was introduced in the year 1997. So this was a game changer. The World Wide Web Consortium W3C, okay, for short, took over the release on HTML4. This version brought many powerful features. So next is the XHTML 1.0. This introduced in the year 2000. W3C released XHTML, which stands for Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. So this was basically HTML written using stricter XML rules. Okay, they wanted to make HTML more structured and clean. So this is the XHTML version 1.0. So next one is the HTML5. This is introduced in the year 2008, and this is the final version till we are using. The version we all use today. Okay, so HTML5 was officially released in October 2008. This was revolutionary because it added native support for audio, video, no more flash player needed, improved forms with a new input types, better navigations, better interactions with the CSS styling, stronger JavaScript support for interactivity. Okay, so this HTML5 is what powers modern websites, mobile apps, and even web games. So presently we are using the version HTML5. Okay, so let us move on the next topic, the structure of HTML. Okay, so the basic presently we are using the structure is look like this. I will explain once again with a practical format also. So first let us understand the basic structure here. Now let us understand how an HTML document is structured. So every HTML page follows a specific pattern. Let me show you. Here you can see the HTML code. So doc type HTML, right? So HTML line here. So I think now you are not able to understand these things. I'll explain one line by line. Okay. Here are the doc type HTML. So doc type HTML, this is like a showing your ID code to the browser. So it tells the browser I am HTML5 document. Okay. So this ensures the browser knows which version of HTML you are using. So next is HTML lang is equal to en. Okay, so this is the top level container. Everything goes inside this tag. The lang is equal to en attribute tells the browser the page is in English. This helps with the search engines and accessibility. So next is the head section. So think of this as a control room of your web page. Okay, so users don't see what's inside, but it contains the important information. So next is the meta UTF-8. Okay, so meta UTF-8 is a standard character encoding. So this ensures your page can display all characters correctly. English, Chinese, Arabic, emojis, everything. Meta name is equal to viewport. So this is crucial for mobile devices. It tells the browser to make your page responsive. So it looks good on phones, tablets, computers, and width device width makes match the screen size, and initial scale is equal to 1.0. Sets the zoom level. Okay, so next one is the title. This is what appears in your browser tab. If someone bookmarks your page, this is the name they will see. Okay, so this we can see in your browser tab top side. You can see, I will show you the output screen once I'll execute this basic code. Okay, so the next one is the head section close part. So next, body. So body section, this is where all your visible content goes. Headings, paragraph, images, videos, everything users see inside the body tag. Okay, so simple script, right? So the structure is like the blueprint of every website. So wherever you will execute your HTML code, this is the basic things. It will be available all the way. Okay. As I explained in the boilerplate code, meta charset is equal to UTF-8. I think you have understood properly, but once again I'll explain the point. Ensures that the web page uses the UTF-8 character. It sets to supports all languages special characters. Okay, so for special character understanding purpose, we are using this one. So let us example. So when you are using computer only understand binary language, right? So when you are writing code, it will convert it into compile language will be in the format of machine code, means zeros and ones. Okay, so it understands only binary codes. So if we are using a characters, means it will uses the ASCII code format, then it convert it to number, then it convert it into binary format, right? So in the same way, browser need to understand some special symbols, special characters. So we are using some standard UTF-8 characters encoding format. So it will make the browser to understand special symbols. So for that reason, we are using it. And meta name is equal to viewport content is equal to width is equal to device width. Initial scale is equal to 1.0. So this we are using it to ensure the web page is responsive and adapting to different screen sizes. So example, so you are using the different screen size systems like tabs, mobile phones, laptop, and monitors. So there are all different sizes, right? So every system, the page whatever you are opening, it looks good. Okay, so it is aligning proper in the design view. All right, so for different screen sizes it allocates differently. So for this adaptability we are using this meta name is equal to viewport, especially on mobile devices, so it looks good. Okay, so when you use this one, okay, this is meta cassette tag, meta tag what we are using in the boilerplate. Okay, so and it sets a width of page to match the device screen size, sets a zoom level 1 for the proper scaling. Okay, so this is about meta viewport tag. Okay, so next we'll move on to the HTML headings. Okay, HTML headings are main headings we are using in the HTML. So when we are writing the heading part contents, so there we are using this HTML headings tag. Okay, so there are 6 different HTML heading tags. Okay, so HTML1, so that it defines the most important heading. Okay, so HTML6 is the least important heading. Okay, so these H1 to H6 are the HTML headings, titles or subtitles that you want to display on the web page. HTML headings are defined H1 to H6 tags. So these tags we are using the H1 to H6. You can able to see here the size of H1 is bigger, the size of H6 is smaller. So like this we are using the tags. How we are using? We are using the tags like this. I will explain next that one. How we are creating the tags. Okay. So the HTML heading tags example will look like this. So this is, you can see the boilerplate code HTML, doc type, HTML body. So inside body here we have not written head part. Okay, so without head part also body will execute, without body also head will execute. So I will show you in the example next coming slide. Okay, so here you can see the example H1 Davangere and H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, all different headings sizes. We are writing some text. Okay, so you can see the output look like this. So H1 tag looks bigger, so same way H6 tag look at smaller. Okay, so like this we are going to write using the heading text. All heading tags all are in bold format. Okay, so I think now you understood about headings. Okay, before start the practical sessions, so we'll understand the elements or tags what we are using in the HTML. So elements of HTML, so tag open and tag close. So like this we are using tags. So first tag what we are using, that we call it as a starting tag and the opening tag, or you can call it as opening tag. So while we are using ending tag always with a starting slash backslash we are using with the tag. Okay, that is an ending tag or closing tag. So we can call it as starting tag. For starting we are using the tag, and while closing the tag, so we are using the ending tag with the slash backslash. So inside these two tags we are writing the statements. Okay, so this complete tag opening to close. Okay, so this tag we call it as an element. Okay, only starting tag we call it as a tag. So starting tag to ending tag, starting tag to ending tag, complete thing we call it as an element. Okay, so some of the tags does not have an ending tag, so those tags we call it as empty tag. So for this one we are having the example img tag and br tag, so that I will show you in the practicals. Okay, so next, elements of HTML. Okay, so these are the basic elements. Okay, some tags having some property values. Okay, so those things we call it as attributes. Okay, some tags having the inside text. So inside tag we are writing some properties. So those properties we call it as an attributes. Okay, so for example, there is one tag, anchor tag, so which is using to link some other pages. For the linking purpose, we are using one attribute, that is href. So this attribute contains the link. Okay, so this one we call it as an attribute. This is the example for this syntax. Okay, so this is one of the tag example. So in the same way we are using different tags, so each tag having its own attributes. Okay, we'll learn one by one in the next classes. So today we'll start you. Okay, now I will show you the practical session with a VS Code. So I already in a video how to install Visual Studio Code. So once you install, it will look like this. Okay, so first we'll create the folder. Okay, so for this folder creation, for maintaining the code wherever you want. Okay, for future using. Okay, so I'm going to create the folder, open folder. So I'm going to create a new folder. Right click. Here you will get the new. You can select folder. Okay, so new folder will be created here. So you can give the name HTML. So I'll give HTML1. Okay, I'll open this one only. So I'll create HTML1. So then enter. then select this one HTML1 and select folder. So that folder will be visible here. Okay, so once the folder visible here, you can see your HTML folder name or whatever the folder name you given, it will show you here. Okay, so next I'm going to create HTML file. Okay, so for HTML file, first I'm going to create one file index.html, index.html, or whatever the name you want you can give. With the extension you should give .html. Okay, so .html is the extension for HTML. So once you type the file name with the .html extension, click enter, the file will be created here. Okay, so it is also created in this folder. You can go and check it with that folder also. Okay, so now I'll start to write the code. Okay, so first, what is the code? HTML. Okay, so this is the basic HTML tag. Okay, inside this HTML tag, what we are having? Head section. Okay, okay, after the head section, so after closing the head tag, so we are going to create body tag. So these are the basic tags you should remember. Okay. So first HTML open tag, inside head section and body part. Okay. So in body part, I'm going to write some text. Okay. So it is having title, right? So title I have was explained. It is visible in the heading section. It is visible in the tab section of the HTML. So my first page, I'll give my first page. Okay. So next in body part, I am going to write h1 tag. With the h1 tag, with the h1 tag, I am going to write hello, welcome to HTML. Hello, hello everyone, welcome to HTML. This is my text. I'm written in a h1 tag. So that is in body part. Okay, this is the basic tag I was written. Okay, so I am going to run this tag. If you want, you can install live server. So live server is not needed. So just I'll show you the way you execute. So click on these three dots, or else you can get the run button here only. So run. Okay, once again run. So here you will get the start debugging. Once I click start debugging, it will ask which browser you need to run this one. You can select any browser. I'll choose Chrome browser. Okay. It will show the output in the Chrome browser. So I will show you side by side. So this is our code. This is our code. This is our output, right? So here we have written, hello everyone, welcome to HTML page. This is our. So in title tag, what we have written, this is visible in the tab section, right? So already I explained in the boilerplate code. Okay. So without head section, also body part will execute. See, without head part also it is executing. So just I'm refreshing this one, or here also you can click refresh button, or else if you want it, click, you can click here also. So it will give the output. Here now it will take in file name index.html. Okay. So I'll control Z because I need this head part. So now I'm going to remove body part. Okay, just refresh this one. Body part will remove, but still the page is executed. In HTML, you don't get any errors. Okay, so whatever you are writing, that will visible in your page. Okay, so the file name should be .html extension. Okay, so just this is the basic HTML code. Without head part also body will work. Without body part also head will work. Okay, so this is the basic HTML code. So this is the HTML4 version, because HTML5 means we are writing the doc type, right? So for doc type also you can type the code, or else I will show you one shortcut. Okay, you can click exclamatory symbol Okay, so once you type exclamatory symbol, you can see the code, basic boilerplate code, right? So doc type HTML, click on exclamatory symbol or type enter. The basic HTML code will load in your page. This is working in VS Code. Some of the other tools also you can get. Okay, so I'll control Z. This one more short code is there. So for that one, you can type HTML. So when you type HTML, it will show HTML, HTML5. If I click HTML, it will give you HTML tag directly. Okay. So if I click HTML5, okay. So if I click HTML5, it will give HTML5 code. Okay. So like this, the basic tag every time, no need to type, so just you can get it by short code. Okay, so one is exclamatory symbol, another one is HTML5. Okay, so this is the basic code. So here title, it is having a document, so I am going to remove this document. So welcome page, I am going to write. Okay, in body part I am going to write. Okay, so in this body part, so h1 tag. Okay, h1 tag, hello, welcome. Okay, so this is H1. Now next I will type H2 to HTML. Okay. So now next H3 tag. H3 tag with a closing tag automatically will come. No need to worry about it. Okay. So HTML course. You will learn. Okay. H5 complete in 10 days. H5. Okay, so there are, I explained, there are different six tags are there in HTML heading part, right? So last one is H6 in online. So just hello, welcome to HTML course. You will learn complete HTML in 10 days in online mode. Okay, so now just I'll refresh this one. So here you can see the code HTML hello welcome. Hello welcome is a H1 tag. So it is coming in a bigger size. So next to HTML. So because I written in a capital letter, it looks very bigger. Just to HTML and small letters, capital letters. Look, okay, to HTML. So next is the course. So next H4 is you will learn complete HTML in 10 days in online mode. Okay, so in online mode you can see a very small size. Okay, so H1 to H6 we are using for the heading purpose. So this is all about basic HTML code and how to use the heading tags, right? So this is all about your first class. From next class we will learn next tags. Okay, bye bye.